Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new series of the official Salford City Podcast, available on iTunes, Spotify and now on the club's YouTube channel. I'm your host Ben, and yes, we're back for a brand new season, and on this week's show we'll be looking ahead to the big season kickoff at the Peninsula Stadium this weekend as the Ammies welcome Crewe Alexandra in Sky Bet League 2. Later in the show we'll be catching up with some of the players, as we'll be joined by George Grant, Josh Austerfield, Tom Edwards, Cole Stockton and Ben Woodburn. But before then, let's kick the show off this week with Salford's head coach. Here's Karl Robinson. Well, Karl, here we are on the eve of the Crewe match on Saturday. We've obviously caught up a couple of times during pre-season, but how do you think we're shaping up heading into this one?
Yeah, good. Listen, in the week before the build to any season, you'd always have your complex moments and things that would obviously keep internal before the game, but as a whole, we've had a really good pre-season. We know we're still really aggressive, trying to bring in some players, so the fans obviously who probably will ask them questions, but yeah, we do know where we still need to improve, and we're looking forward to trying to bring them players in over the next few weeks. But we're not just going to make signings just for the sake of making them. We want to make a statement with that. So we're pleased with where we're at. We're looking forward to the game tomorrow. Yeah, I can't wait.
What are your high points from this pre-season? I mean,
I'm not a massive advocate of pre-season.
Yeah. But there's been moments where obviously the B teamers
I think the young players playing. Seeing obviously there's been an awful lot of young players who have stepped up with the first team this year, and they've really stood up and they've really shown the qualities that they possess. Maybe some lack physicality, but they certainly don't lack talent or athletic capabilities either. So yeah, that's been pleasing. But pleasing thing is that the season starts tomorrow.
Yeah, 11 different goal scorers as well worked out, which isn't bad across 19 goals. Worked that out myself. But that side of things is good.
Pointless. It's pointless because, like, for me, I can sit here and I can give you all of the analogies that you want about how brilliant it's been, and we've worked hard, or we haven't done this, or we haven't done that. But arguably, what matters is the league. And to me, are we ready? Yeah. Have we had a healthy summer? Yes. Are we going to be at it tomorrow? I don't think anybody's at it tomorrow, because you're never quite at it up until you've played multiple games. But we're in the best state we can possibly be, and we know we're going to be really excited. We know the fans are going to be excited, and we're at home, which is always a positive. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
The other thing you mentioned as well, I mean, you mentioned recruitment, but this year versus last year, it does feel like we're heading into it with,
to an extent,
a relatively set
as you ask any manager, I think we'll always want more. And that's the challenge of all of us. That's the owners. That's everyone who works here. That we always want to want more, because we put so much pressure on ourselves to be successful. So yeah, we're in a much better place, but we could be in a better place.
And those new signings have added something.
Great lads.
As well. Yeah,
great lads. Really enjoyed working with them. Some real positive people, some really talented individuals, some tremendous athleticism as well. And I'm looking forward to working with the rest of the season. And
just with regards to the challenge of Crewe, obviously we came up against them twice last year, 1-1 in each game. So what's your thoughts on the challenge? Without giving too much away, obviously.
I really like the manager. I like the way his teams play. I like Crewe as a football club. I like their philosophy. I like their ingrained culture of who they are and what they are. You always know you're going to be in for a football game. Listen, they're aggressive because they're young and they're athletic and they have a capability to get around the football pitch. Listen, every single one of us has our weaknesses. That's just part of the level. So we'll have to exploit them the best we possibly can and make sure that their strengths are something that we try and deny as often as we can. But yeah, I respect them. But there's not many teams that don't. I respect all the teams, as you know. But we spend time speaking more about ourselves, and that's our mantra really. Is like, who are we, and what are we going to be? And it's something that we know we can be better again. And the ghost of last season, let's put our front foot forward tomorrow. Yeah. And let's make this a real competitive and exciting season.
Yeah, I mean, that was going to be my really obvious question, was how keen are you to get off to a bit of a flyer this August?
It's not so much just keen to get off to a flyer, you're just keen to win. In anything, whether it be a five-a-side here, whether it be golf, whatever it is, you want to win. That's what life's all about, is winning, to me. So not just the first game of the season. It'd be nice to get off to a nice start, yeah, but like I said, the hardest thing to do in the industry, but one of the hardest things to do within the game is to score goals, and that fundamentally makes winning hard. But then consecutive wins is even harder. So you win and you want to build on that, and you want to keep building on that, and you want to put yourself in a really good place. We didn't do it last year, and we know that was part of our problem.
And that's on the pitch. Off the pitch, obviously, there's new investors coming to the club as well. I mean, that's all very exciting, isn't it? I mean, what's it like being head coach
brilliant.
at the moment?
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. But we've all spoken internally. It's so exciting for the football club. It's good. I think obviously we had the first meetings with everybody. Was it 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks maybe.
Yeah, about that.
When obviously everything sort of came out and was at the forefront of an awful lot of news headlines, and I think it's outstanding for Salford as a city in general, not just for the football club. And I think that the investment and the sponsorship deals that we've now got from that, and the collective ambition that we all have, it's such an exciting time. You don't see that right away because there's infrastructure, there's finances, there's things that you have to fill in to make sure that the environment and the structure and the business runs almost in a perfect way. And then once you get that moment, and then you can build on that, and then the team. I don't think anyone's under any illusion. Most important thing is what happens on the pitch. But for what happens on the pitch to be great, you need the owners and to make sure everything else is perfect. And they've done that. They've been brilliant. They're approachable. They're considerate in their thinking. They're aggressive in their output. And I think as a whole, it's fantastic news for Salford. It really, really is.
It is exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
And just a final question, Karl, just about the home fans tomorrow. They're on Saturday. They're going to play a crucial role.
They always do. They always do. We need more from every one of us, and that's just not. That's from me. It's from the players. It's from the fans. It's a collectiveness that we want to breed success. And I think that the most important thing, when you're successful, it's amazing how them moments at the end of the season is for everybody, players, fans alike. Come on the journey. It's an exciting one. It's a roller coaster just about to go through multiple loops and twists and turns. And I think the speed of it's being turned up, and it's an exciting one. And the Football League season will parallel with that, the twists and the turns, the ebbs and the flows, the disappointments, the difficulties, the difficult nights, the dark mornings, the muddy pitches, the travelling. There's so much the fans have to go through. But it's why it's the greatest game in the world. And we're so fortunate. We've seen the viewing figures in a minds meeting this week from the EFL, and how many people interact with our sport in this country, or how many people interact with the EFL. It's amazing. The Premier League's for the world, the EFL's for the fans of this country, I believe. And I think it's the rawness of that, and the unpredictability of that, and the energy of that is purely and simply down to the fans.
Well, Karl, big good luck.
Top man, thank you so much.
We'll catch up again
Thank
soon.
you.
Karl Robinson there speaking to me on Thursday, and Crewe this weekend, obviously. Loads of interviews coming up with various players: Cole Stockton, Tom Edwards, Ben Woodburn, Jorge Grant. But speaking of Crewe, well, who best to speak to about Crewe than one of their former players? And we're joined now by Josh Austerfield. Josh, welcome to the podcast this week. And just before we talk about the Crewe game, how are you doing? Because you've had a decent pre-season, I feel.
Really good, yeah. Really enjoying pre-season, as you say, and to start with Crewe on Saturday is a really nice way to start. So feels like it's flown. But yeah, I've been really happy with my pre-season and the team's pre-season, to be fair. So really confident going into Saturday. How crucial was this pre-season for yourself? Because obviously the last time we spoke, you were still injured, but you came back towards the back end of last season, put in that good performance, I thought, away at Morecambe. So how's this pre-season helped your recuperation and getting back on the road to recovery the way you have done? Yeah, no, really good. Like you say, like a bit of a fresh start to kind of, go away for 6 weeks, work on what I want to work on, and come back feeling a bit fresher and a bit, brand new. Like, yes, I was back fit towards the end of the season last year, but still didn't feel 100%. So to kind of have a bit of time off, refresh, and come back and get in the swing of things, body feels really good now, and I feel like I've kind of shown that with performances in pre-season. So hopefully I can kick on into the season and have a good season overall. It feels a bit more settled heading into this opening game. Last season, you were part of a wave of signings in late August, weren't you, adding to the squad, whereas we kind of done the recruitment, during July. How have those new players settled into the swing of things and added to the squad, do you feel? Really good, yeah. I feel like you say the signings have been good. It was a different one for me last year, coming a bit later and getting to know people, as this year I've had the pleasure of being in and knowing lads and then getting to know the new lads. And so we spent a few days at Mottram Hall early in the week and played golf with a few of the new lads, and it was nice to get to know them on a bit more of a personal level, not just a football level. But I feel like they've all come in and been excellent in the games. George, Callum especially, like midfield players, you want to gel with them as much as possible. So I feel like you're going to see some really positive performances in the coming weeks from them sort of players.
Who is the best goalkeeper at Salford City? Do you have an opinion on that, other than yourself?
Unfortunately, I'm going to say it's definitely not me. Woody's up there, but last time I played with Woody, it cost me £100, so I'm not going to say it's Woody. I played with George and Mark, so right. I'm probably going to say one of them two at the minute. Right. It's definitely not Garb, so I'll say that though.
Right, let's talk about Crewe then. Obviously, I mentioned the fact you're a former player. You played there during a loan spell, didn't you, when you were at Huddersfield, and you played in the playoff final for Crewe. So, good memories at Cresty Road for yourself.
Yeah, great memories. Really enjoyed my time there, not just being at the football club, but living around there, and a really great fan base, really great people. I really like a family club, a lot like similar to here. So, again, yeah, one of the games I look forward to in the season, but one I want to win more than any other.
And what's your general vibe about what's possible? It's early days, but we have had a good pre-season, haven't we? But it's only as good as your first competitive game, isn't it, I suppose, to judge?
No, yeah, definitely. I feel like the gaffers really pushed that into us, that we can have a good pre-season, and we've been unbeaten so far, but it's all about that first game on Saturday, and we want to start as well as anyone, and that's getting 3 points on Saturday and then kicking on again to Notts County the week after that. But from what I've seen so far, the squad's in a good place. We could still do with a few more to come in to really bolster the numbers, but from starting 11, the bench at the minute, I feel like we're really strong, and if I can impact the team as much as anyone else, then I feel like we're in a good place.
Well, you've got a very key role, I feel, because you're one of the few players who can play in multiple positions. So you've shown that adaptability, not just last season but also in pre-season as well. So you are going to bring a bit to the table this year.
Hopefully, yeah, like you say, if I can be more versatile, it means more chance of getting on the pitch, and I'm one of them that doesn't mind playing wherever as long as I'm playing. So that's a bonus. I feel like I spent a lot of pre-season playing a bit higher up, which has been nice. I feel like something I wanted to show the gaffer, that I can play, maybe it's an 8 or a 10 and getting around the box and score some goals. So it was nice to get one at York, but a bit disappointing. I feel like I could have had a couple more. But I definitely feel like, if I can be in those higher positions in games at the start of the season, I feel like I might get a couple more goals this year, which is the aim.
And last question, easy question to finish things off with. How much are you looking forward to getting back underway with competitive football here at the Peninsula Stadium?
Yeah, can't wait. Once you start pre-season, that's all you're really looking forward to, is that first game of season, and for it to be at home, it's a great feeling. I remember last year being sat at home and watching all the first games on Sky Sports, thinking, it's a bit sad I'm not really involved in anything, and obviously Salford came around a few weeks after that, and it was nice to get back in, but the first game of the season, you can't beat it. So Saturday will come around and the feelings will be good driving in, and can't wait for kick-off and see some of the Crewe lads, but hopefully drive home with 3 points.
Josh, big thank you for joining us as always.
Thank you very much.
Well, we're now joined by Cole Stockton and Tom Edwards, and first things first, Tom, just while we've got you here, you've had a cracking pre-season, featured in the majority of them, and this weekend, special upcoming record perhaps you mentioned off air then?
Yeah, I've played most of the games. Obviously there was one where I didn't start, but I tried to make an impact when I come on, because that's the only thing you can do. But it's been a good pre-season for everyone. Everyone's got a good amount of minutes. A lot of the young boys have played with us, which has been good. They have to step up in the season. So, and I think it's my 100th EFL game. So nice. It'll be a good weekend if I start. Yeah,
we spoke after the Warrington Islands game where I gave you man of the match for that one, quite rightly. You've had a good pre-season, haven't you?
I'd say it's been okay. It could have been better for my standards that I set for myself. But I just see pre-season as a team. You could see obviously as a squad going into each game where we're getting better and better, and you could see more of the style of play coming in. Yeah. So obviously we're looking forward to this weekend to showcasing it all.
Cole, pre-season obviously ended with the Stockport County game, and just a special mention for your performance in that setting up and the build-up for Ashley's strike. Yeah. That marvellous touch. How's your pre-season gone?
Yeah, no, I've loved it. Do you know what I mean? I've loved it ever since I come through the door last summer. But like I said, pre-season's always the same. You just got to get through it, grind through it, stay as fit as you can, and Saturday is when it all matters.
When you came through the door, obviously you came in to score goals, and the club's top goal scorer last season. More of that this year, we hope.
Yeah, definitely. Like I always say, we always get judged on goals, but coming in last year and doing that's just spurred me on to go and do it again.
Speaking of which, any standout moments for yourself from last season? Thinking of the Bromley equaliser maybe, or away at Bromley as well. Yeah, you enjoyed scoring against Bromley, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're good games, you know what I mean? But I know we were 3-0 down, but we should never ever have been in that position. The players we had on that day. But no, it was nice. It's always nice to score, but it's all about the results in the end.
11 different goal scorers during pre-season. It worked out.
Yeah. No, everyone's been playing well. There hasn't been probably a performance where we'd look at it and be disappointed with it. And obviously, there's been plenty of goals, and we want to take that into the season. Obviously, you've got Cole, who top goal scorer last season, so hopefully he can kick us off in the first game. And
I mentioned the assist against Ash. I know it came off Karl Malcolm in the end. He got the last Salford touch, but you were pivotal in that build-up. It was one hell of a strike from Ash, wasn't it, against Stockport?
I haven't seen him do that, even in training, have we? But no, Ash he's brilliant. He's a brilliant lad, brilliant player. Especially what he does for us is incredible, and there's not many like him.
How much are you looking forward to being up front this season? Because you've got that midfield there of, Ashley, of Woodburn, of Grant, of Austerfield and the like, but also the defensive side of things. I mean, Edwards has done a few assists this pre-season already as well. So
he's me food and drink from deep in. He is, so he's got a hell of a right foot. So I will be relying on him a lot this year. But no, we've got some serious talent in our team, and once that knits together properly, hopefully we go in the direction we want to.
I mean, that's the forward line. What's the defensive side of things like? I mean, Lowick and Addy coming in seems to...
Well, they're athletes, that's obviously what the gaffer's gone for, and they've come in and they've proven that. So, but yeah, as a collective defensive group, we're working well together, and we'll just support each other. Whether you're starting or not, we'll support each other and be ready to impact every game.
How much are we looking forward then to the Crewe match and playing it? It should be a decent crowd as well, Cole.
We're all excited, so just get these next 2 days right, and that's Saturday.
And final question to you, Tom. Are you looking forward to this weekend?
Yeah, obviously.
I can't wait, mate. I can't wait. Obviously, I didn't get to start last season's opening game, but hopefully I've done enough to try and get a starting place this season, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Tom Edwards, Cole Stockton, big thanks for joining us, lads. The best luck this weekend.
Appreciate that.
Nice one, good stuff. So Cole Stockton and Tom Edwards there. I'm now joined by Salford's number 7, Ben Woodburn, joins us now. And Ben, how's your pre-season gone?
Yeah, it's been good. Been tough, but definitely ready for the season to start now.
And I mentioned then to Cole and Tom just our pre-season as... it's brought 11 different goal scorers. You've scored a couple of goals yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, I think pre-season's all about getting fit and getting ready for the season. I think everyone can see that, throughout the course of the pre-season, we've gradually got better and look like more of a team. And I think going into the weekend, we're all pretty confident. We're ready to go. And
obviously, the pre-season finished with the Stockport County game, and just mentioning that midfield trio. Obviously, there's players who can drop into there, but in particular, performance we've seen at Chester as well. Yourself, Grant, and Ash all playing in that midfield. That's quite exciting, I'm going to suggest.
Yeah, definitely. I think George coming in brings a bit of calmness. He's obviously very technical, good on the ball, and Ash, same as last year, he just scoops everything up. So he gives me and George really the freedom to go forward and do what we do up at the top of the pitch.
How exciting is that for you personally to be playing in a dynamic team like this, especially with the likes of the wing backs as well? You get involved in the forward line with Cole holding things up. How does it all feed into your own game?
No, it's exciting. I mean, I really want to come into this new season and try and aim for more goals, more assists. But we've got so much talent on the pitch and different ways we can score. So I think it's exciting times at the minute. So
we're taking on Crewe this weekend, and you just said you want to score more goals, you want more assists. Speaking of Crewe, you got an assist in the March game. Do you remember that delightful through ball you did for Kelly Namai? We spoke after the game because it was such a glorious through ball. And obviously you scored against Crewe in the reverse fixtures. So good memories against Crewe.
Yeah, so good memories. They're definitely good memories, but I know they're a good team. They're tough. They've got a good way of playing. So it's going to be a tough game, but we'll try to be as ready as we can. What's
the dynamic like in the dressing room at the moment? With decent pre-season, we've had the new players who've come in, the experienced players who are already there. It does feel like we're on a good lead into this season.
Yeah, we've brought in lads who've just kind of gelled straight away, so that's always helpful. Yeah, it's good. We've got a good mix. It's a good group, and we have good chats and stuff.
Oh, good stuff. Last question, Ben. How much are you looking forward to playing here on Saturday? The Agecroft end should be in good voice, and there's a decent away following too. So how much are you looking forward to getting off and running good and proper.
Yeah, really excited. Can't wait to play back in front of the fans properly for a first season, and yeah, just can't wait to get going.
Well, Ben Woodburn, thank you, mate, so much, and all the best this weekend. Yeah. Ben Woodburn there, joining us here on this week's Salford City podcast. And last, but by no means least, for our guests on this week's show, we're joined now by George Grant. George, how are you? How's pre-season gone? It's been a couple of weeks since we last spoke after you signed for the club. It's gone pretty well, your July, I think, at the Amis.
Yeah, no, I've really enjoyed it. Obviously, getting up to speed of things that first week, I felt was really tough, really laggy. But after that, I felt like I got in the swing of things. Obviously, the games come quick and how I want them to, really, to get my fitness up, ready for the season. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it, settled in really well, and the boys have been class, to be honest. So yeah, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, there's been some. Have you embedded into the setup here at Salford City? Because Carl's got a certain way of playing, but you're surrounded by these players like Ash and Woodburn. That midfield in particular, Chester and against Stockport, for example, really showed what it's about, I felt.
Yeah, I feel like we all complement each other really well. I felt like that in training. Do you know what I mean? Like you sometimes get connections with players like straight away. So yeah, I felt like that straight away with the midfield three that's played quite a few games. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. The boys have been really good. It's easy and really easy changing room to come into. And yeah, I'm an older lad now, so it's quite a young group, and I enjoy that. So yeah.
Standout moment so far for pre-season, if I could throw one out there at you, Chester. Bird's goal. Edwards and Ash kept the ball in play, played it forward, and you're there, and you played that nice pass inside. I thought that was glorious, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah, no, you're really. To be honest with you, that was not the first game, but that was the second game, and I just felt like that was after the first week. I felt like I was starting to settle in, getting to know people's games and stuff. So yeah, as soon as obviously Ash and Tom done really well on that line, and it got played down the line and just fell to me, and yeah, I could already see Jay just out the corner of my eye. So yeah, it was a really good finish by him as well. So yeah, there's been some good moments so far, and hopefully we can make many more over the season to come.
Yeah, so generally the mood in the dressing room is good as we head towards Crewe, do you feel?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, we've enjoyed the training. It's been hard. It's been really hard, but yeah, it's put us in a good place, ready for the season, and yeah, something we're looking forward to. Obviously, being at home the first game is something that's always nice when you're starting off the season. So yeah, hopefully we can start with 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, how was that final week been? It felt like it was really ramping up with Chester, followed by Blackpool, followed by Stockport. Yeah, and then a week of training here. I mean, how was that build up gone, do you feel?
Yeah, I feel like that bit's important. I feel like when you get, I think it was 3 games in like 6 days or something, it's so important because the season's like that. And you've got to go Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, sometimes Friday. Do you know what I mean? So it's important that we had a week like that where we got in loads of games, and yeah, it was tough on the legs, but yeah, it was good.
You're one of the experienced players in the squad. Obviously, you can have a really good pre-season, and it all falls apart on the opening day. You've been around long enough to know that. Yeah. So, I mean, how crucial is to get off to a good start this weekend?
Yeah, so important. Obviously, it's important that we stick to our principles and the way we play, and especially at home that we dictate to teams and don't let them come here and play well. So yeah, it's important that we stick to what we do, obviously having an eye on them, but sticking to what we do and playing our game and making sure that we're all together as a team and all pushing for the right goal.
Because you were part of a series of transfers in the same week that came in, I can't remember if... I normally close an interview with one of the new signings by saying how much you're looking forward to playing in front of the home crowd. Yeah. You've obviously done that now, but how much you're looking forward to playing in front of a proper cauldron atmosphere like we should have on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously, I've had a taste of it, but as soon as it changes to that competitive edge, do you know what I mean? And there's 3 points on the line. It's so much more enjoyable to play in. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Nice one, mate. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a good game this weekend.
Thank you, appreciate that.
George Grant there, joining us here on this week's Salford City Podcast. And that's it for this week's opening show of the season. A big thank you to Karl and to all the players who've joined me for this first show back. So, Salford taking on Crewe on Saturday at the Peninsula Stadium. It's a 3:00 kickoff UK time. And for ticketing information and for more details, head over now to the club's official website at salfordcityfc.co.uk. But if you cannot make the game in person this weekend, don't forget you could join me on Saturday afternoon with audio commentary. And you can also watch the live stream too if you're watching from outside the UK and Ireland. For more details, please visit salfordcityfc.co.uk/live. Well, that's it for this week's show. A big thank you for joining me, and you have a good weekend. Bye-bye.